Morning, everybody. Welcome along. It's our Tuesday morning circuit, so just a couple of minutes late today. Apologies, but welcome along. As always, what we need you to do is get warmed up firstly. So we'll get you warmed up in a second. Think about your RPE scale. You're going to work between 9, 10 as far as your warm up is concerned. When we get up into our main workout, then we're looking around about the 12 or 13 mark. A quick look over here. I think, huge well done to everybody who participated in the stadium tour. Amazing. They finished 2 hours ahead of time. So I think they did an amazing job. They're looking good today. Legs are a little bit tired, I think. But if you still want to donate, then please do feel free to donate to the crowdfunder that we've got in place for the toilet upstairs. It's an accessible toilet. We'll get ourselves warmed up. Remember to work within your scale, okay? Let's say a big hello to Leslie Jones, who's joined us straight off. Hi, Leslie. And as always, hello to Jeanette. Yes. So there's a delay on the line, Jeanette. I'm here in Coventry, they're in Brazil. Let's get ourselves ready to go then. So let's start with a march. As you can see, everybody is still socially distanced. Lee's come forward a little bit today. He's not at the back. He threatened that he was going to hide from wherever I was. So, keep that march going for me. I want to think about your foot placement. So come down onto the ball of your foot, onto your toes firstly, onto the ball of the foot, and then onto your heels, okay? That's what you need to do. A little smile as well. Come on, you can. That's it. That's it. Hi to Tony, who's joined us. G'day. Let's get those arms swinging at the same time as well. So try and keep the elbows at 90 degrees. So we're trying to keep the elbows at 90 degrees. We're moving from the shoulder. Let's have a quick look at the famous, or now infamous Lee arm swing there. Blimey. Looks as though he's in the army. Okay, so keep those feet moving. Think about your foot placement. Think about your posture. So I want you to stand up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up, back and down. Bring your shoulder blades in together. Imagine putting your shoulder blades into your back pocket. That's what you're doing with your shoulder blades, okay? Keep the chest lifted. Keep the chin level with the floor. And keep breathing. Say hi to Audrey, who's joined us. Hi. Let's say a quick hello to Albie, who could be watching as well. Okay, right, so from there, let's lose that. Let's go into a little lunge forward and back. We just need to mobilise feet, mobilise through our upper body as well. So we'll have a look at the shoulders as far as that arm swing is concerned. With your lunge, I want you to make sure you're planting the heel on the floor, and then coming up onto the toes at the back, and then powering through your heel to push your standing position. Great job. Okay, come back in from there. Let's take it and let's do a swim motion with the arms. Bit of front crawl. Excellent. From there, let's go for a little breaststroke. Can't see me on the camera. Say hi to Beryl. Hello, Beryl. Good morning, Beryl. Excellent. And then from there, just give us a little bit of back crawl. So we're taking the shoulders back as well. Excellent. Okay, from there, take the feet shoulders width. Let's have a little trunk twist. So try and keep the hips locked. Twist to the side. Twist back. Someone's making a quick getaway. That's it. Try and keep the hips locked to the front. As you do that, really mobilizing into the... It is indeed, yeah. Reaching around to the side. Okay, we have a special request in today. Hi, Louisa. This is especially for you. The guys are going to do the cha-cha slide. Okay, and donated to the crowdfund for this. So if you want to make a donation and for a request, go ahead. Clean suggestions only though, please. So, are you ready, guys? Get yourself ready. Our little cha-cha slide as far as our warm-up is concerned. Lovely. Slide to the right. Kiss cross. Oh, brilliant. Well done. Well done. So, as I say, Louisa has said that she will donate £30 if the guys did that live on our Facebook Live. Now, if you want to make a request, please do. Just make sure they're clean. We draw the line at any hot chocolate, obviously. All right. Okay, from there, come back in. Let's do an arm turn. Okay, so turn those arms out. So take your arms out to the side. And let's... circles, that's the word I'm looking for. Not turns. I've got cha-cha slide in my head now. Let's turn it to the right. Let's turn it to the left. Brilliant. Bring those arms down. Come in with a march again and make it a knee lift. Okay, and take your opposite hand across to your opposite knee. Let's see, do we have any comments about that? Oh, Deborah's in. Say hi to Deborah. Hello. And then take it to a heel kick behind. So kick into your bum. From side to side for me. Lovely. That's it. Okay, let's take the arms up and down as you do that. So reach with the opposite hand to the opposite leg. This should be interesting. Opposite hand to opposite leg. That's it. That's exactly. Exercising the brain as well. Okay, come back down. March it out. Now, hold on to the wall if you need to. Let's do some ankle mobility. So toes on the floor. Lift and put the heel in the... Try and keep the eye line to the front. And keep going, toe and heel in the same place. So you're really flexing through that ankle joint. Excellent. Change to the other side. That's it. Okay, come back in and march it out. Good, strong march. Excuse me. Excellent. Okay, take the feet wider. Little squat down. Peace out. That's it. There you go, Louisa. We'll look forward to receiving your donation. All right, okay. Apparently we've got an offer in that for 60 quid Lee will do the whole thing. Okay, and from there, bring it back in, let's march it out. Okay, let's step forward on one and bring it back. Step forward on the other foot again and bring it back. One more time. Change to the other leg. And back. Step forward and back. One more time. Other leg, go in and then do a little cha-cha in the middle this time. Look, cha-cha-cha. Sorry, that's my exercise to music coming out. Okay. From there, kick the heels up towards the bum again. Both arms reach tall and pull them down. Really put some effort into this, okay? So really mobilizing through your upper jaw, mobilizing through your knees, mobilizing through your hips. Excellent. From there, come down, knee lifts. And then you're going to take this to bring the knee up, taking the leg out to the side, planting it down, changing side every time. Just listen to those hips crack. Oh. Yeah. What's this? Okay, from there, come back in and march it out. And then take a little side step and back in, okay? Little test for your brain as well here. As you step out to the side, take the same arm up, okay? And then the other way, that's it. And then just to check who was listening, as you step to the side, take the opposite arm up. Hey, see? Look. The young guns went straight into it. You could see the neurons working there. See the pathways in the brain going, how the hell do I do this? And then back in and march it out. Okay, you should be feeling a little bit warmer. You feeling a little bit warmer, guys? Yeah, okay, let's get ourselves ready to go then. We're going into our first station. Our first station today is squats, reach and rotate, okay? Here it is. Okay, and our easier option is with Nathan today, so here's our easier option. So it's a squat in the middle and then a reach diagonally, feet staying on the floor, yeah? Jackie's our intermediate, and we've got a weight within there, look. Can you notice the difference? We've got a slight lift of that heel at the back, okay? And then we come to John, who's our advanced level. A little bit of a faster movement. You have to bite your lip with the top teeth, obviously. Okay, are you ready? So let's get ourselves ready to go. Have we got a timer? Sorry, I'm ill-equipped today. I've not got a timer. So we'll get ourselves ready to go. Choose the option you want to. Remember, if you don't have a weight available, you can use something from home. So big tin of beans, bottle of milk, all that sort of stuff, yeah? If you're going to use a bottle of milk or anything, just make sure that the top is nice and secured on it before you start lifting it up above your head, won't you? Thank you very much, Ollie. You're a star. Okay, are you ready? So we've got a minute to go. Get yourself set and off we go. So, again, having a look at Nathan here, we'll have a look at posture. Is strong. Yeah. So you can see feet are staying down on the floor. There's a knee bend. All right, bottom's going out backwards, not tipping forward with this. Exactly the same with John and with Jack as well. The difference is Jack has a weight there. Nathan's using body weight. So we're resisting against it still, even though there's no weight within there. And John, a bit more speed, a bit more action, so a bit more dynamic as far as John is concerned. It's a word that you often hear, often use that, usually accompanied by the word not. There we go. No, dynamic John. They're all, let's face it, they're all dynamic, aren't they?
Less dynamic Jack.
Let's face it. Okay, so keeping going if you can. You've got 8 seconds left of this. And as always, remember, you can come up or down through the levels. The choice is yours, okay? Great job, guys. Well done. Okay, moving on. Station number 2. You're going to give yourself about 45 seconds rest. This is seated knee raises. All right, so we saw a little bit of an element of this last week in our circuit last week when we had a... what did we have last week? We had the Russian... No, not the Russian twist. We had a bit of element of this last week. The reverse crunch, that was it, sorry, last week. So this is without the leaning back. So you're just bringing the knees up into your chest, okay? So let's have a quick demo from Ollie first. So straight knee lift there. In with our intermediate. So balancing yourself on the edge there. And we'll have a look at that from the side in a minute. And then Nathan's doing our full-blown. Excellent. Okay, with this, before we start, just make sure you have a good quality chair you're going to do that on, especially if you're going for your intermediate or your higher level, okay? Make sure that it's a weighty chair so it's not going to tip over on you. Are you ready? Let's go, ready to go, and off we go. So a minute to go. All right, we'll come from the side so you can see the differences. So, Ollie is sat back in the chair there. Now, if you've got shorter legs, just bring yourself into the front third of the chair so you've got room to lift that. This can be really tiring on your hip flexors in a seated position. Anytime when we move the knees up and down, it is really intense onto our hip flexors after a while. So we'll keep this element going for 2 minutes at least. Intermediate there, you can see that just on the edge of the chair. Can you see how Lee is balanced just on the edge of the chair, not actually touching you, but right in close. And then Nathan is further away from the chair, so there's more dependence on the arms as well. Yeah, trying to keep the hips and the top of the legs, so the thighs at parallel to the floor. Not trying to stay up too high and not trying to sink down too low. That is your last second, guys. Well done, everybody. Moving on to station number 3. Now, station number 3 is our punch-outs. So, punch-outs here for you. Station number 3. Okay, and we have our 3 options for you again. So, basic level is here. Just punching out, standing tall, good posture, marching at the same time, keeping the feet moving, keeping the hips straight. Intermediate is John. Just change the angle slightly so you can see him. There you go. So there's a weight in there as well, and a twist through of the arms as he punches out in front. And then to our higher level, faster, bit of a split stance there, and you can see that it's changed from it's still a march, but it's more of a sort of toe lift as well, or a heel lift. Yeah. So choose which one you want to go for. Focus on your posture with this one, so keep the posture strong in the upper body. Get yourself ready to go, and let's do this. So push through. So as you can see, say feet moving, standing tall from the hips up. Yeah, nice straight back, eye line to the front, and there we go. Klitschko wash out. It's very, go for it, blimey. I'm exhausted just watching. Now, the thing with this, look, okay, so you can see that Jack is just punching straight out. So the shoulders are staying in one mode, whereas both John and Ollie are putting a little twist in there as they push out. So what that does is it changes the way that the muscle's working in the shoulder. And you work to what you feel comfortable with. So if you wanted to use weight and you do get you feel it with that twist of the shoulder, you can just punch out in front as well. Choice is yours, yeah? Just keep going. You okay, Ollie? You're doing really well. You've got 2 seconds left. 2 seconds left. Okay? Make sure the feet stay moving. That's you done, folks. Good job. So with that one, just make sure that your feet stay moving the whole time. Don't stop the feet from moving, okay? We're moving on now. And this is into our next station, which is going to be rotations. So we have our 3 levels. So our starting point is Lee, okay? So it's a trunk twist, this one, yeah? A bit of movement into the hips there as well, but you can see the feet are staying planted on the floor. Intermediate is Nathan. A weight which is pushed away from the body. Still a little bit of rotation into those hips, which is fine. Again, feet planted on the floor, and it's up to sort of shoulder height. And then we have Jack, who's got a split stance there. Yep. So whereas you've got feet in line with hips or just a bit wider with the first 2 guys, with this one you've got a little bit of a split stance in there as well. Okay, so choose which one you want to use. If you're going to use a weight, then take the weight out in front of you if you can. If you need to bring it back into your chest, you can. Are you ready, guys? Let's go. Okay. So, as you can see, Lee is lifting his heel off the floor slightly as he turns. Now, reason for this is that it's Lee, basically. No, the reason for this is that Lee is turning a little bit more. So he's got the arms folded in close. There's a bit more rotation in there. With the weight, they're not taking it out as far necessarily. The hips are moving a little bit, but the feet are able to stay on the floor. What we don't want to do is twist through the knees. Now, if you're going for the split stance, you can change over at the halfway point, which is now if you want to, but you don't have to. You could stay in that position. It depends if you've got one leg stronger than the other. But if you have got one leg stronger than the other, then we would always advise that you do change it over because you want to work both legs the same. Lee just checking his watch out at the same time there, look. Multitasking. Checking I'm not doing him. I'm not doing it for, make sure he does extra. That is your minute. Well done, everybody. Move on to your next station. Have a little breather, have a little rest if you need to. Make sure you have a drink if you need to have a drink, okay? We're going into a side lunge on this one, okay? John's the easy one. It's just a rumour. Casting aspersions there, Lee. We've got some evidence. Right, here is your easier option then. So, it's a step out to the side. Can you have a look at, this is really important, I want you to look at this. Have a look at his feet, okay? Have a look at the planting of the foot. Toes go down first and through to heel. Yeah. Into our intermediate, which is Ollie, exactly the same. Has a weight, and as he comes down, he's lifting that weight out in front. Again, toes down first through to heel. We're not stamping those feet down. Now we come to Lee, who is going to really go for it. Now, can you see the difference? This is why I wanted to point this out to you. Lee is stepping slightly forward when he goes out. So what you've got is a heel down, toe first. Yeah, so it's really important. If you were to go into a toe first and then into heel, you're making it into a step rather than a lunge. Okay, are you ready? Let's get ourselves set and let's go. So, really focus on your posture again. Try and stay nice and upright. Weight is still coming out. As I said with Lee, what you've got is a diagonal step, look. So rather than just stepping out to the side, he's coming diagonally as well. Lifting that weight up, it's coming no higher than your shoulder. Try and keep it there, but take it to where you feel comfortable. So it doesn't have to come up that high. And again, if you're using a weight, just make sure you've got it, holding it tight. It can be something like a bean can, cans of beans, cans of soup, big jar, bottled milk, anything like that, yeah? Just make sure it's secure and do what you feel comfortable with. Try and keep the upright posture for me. Try and keep smiling as well. It's always good. If we smile, we feel better on the inside as well. Brilliant job. You have your last 5 seconds to go, so just keep it going for these last few seconds. And there we are done. Brilliant job. Okay, we're moving on to our next station. Our next station is up at the top of our gym area here, so let's just go and find out what we're doing. I was running late today, so I've not had a chance to find out what we were doing beforehand. I do apologise. This is our upright row. Ooh, help if I turn the camera around, wouldn't it? This is our upright row, folks, okay? So we have our Nathan, who's doing our base option. Now, base option here, no weight, but have a look at the feet. He's lifting onto the toes and the balls of his feet, okay? Jack is our intermediate, who has a kettlebell there. Again, lifting up onto the toes and the balls of the feet. Just make sure your toes take that weight in the ball of the foot. Don't come out onto the side of your foot, yeah? And then John is doing exactly the same, but subtle differences. There's a hold at the top. So in that position there, he's holding it for us, okay? Are you ready to go? Yep. Let's get ourselves set, and off we go for our minute then. So on all of these, we've got a good, strong posture, okay? Let me just come into the side here so you can see Nathan, look, standing tall. Oh, can you see that crick in the ankles? Did you hear that? I thought there was an earthquake. That's what 24 hours of cycling does for you. I've never heard that before. They always do that, do they? Oh, blimey. Oh. So John is holding it. Maximum of 5 seconds, yeah? Yeah, maximum of 5 seconds John's holding that. But you do what you feel comfortable with. Okay? So it doesn't have to be 5, is what we're trying to say. Just a hold at the top, so a little bit of a pause. You're going to feel this in your calves as well. Yeah, so although we're working in the shoulders, you're also going to feel it in the calves because you've got that little rest at the top there. You have 5 seconds to go, folks. Come on, you can do this. So stay strong, stay focused, and let's make this work for us. Pause there. That's a hell of a crack. That's a hell of a crack in those ankles. Okay, we're moving on to our final station for today, station 7. This is our squat and overhead reach. We've done this before. Okay? So we have our base option, which is Ollie. So it's our starting point. So we've got a squat down and a reach above the head. We're going straight above the head, okay? Intermediate is Lee. Just watch that light above you. Yeah, you're okay. This is why we didn't put Ollie or Nathan in the middle, you see. And then we've got Nathan here, who's the top of the shop.
You mean it's why you never asked me to do it, Dave?
Bit more explosive. Bit more explosive. I think we'd have been safe, Jack. From one shorty to another. We'd have been safe, Jack. We'd have been safe. Okay. My mother always told me the best things come in small packages. Right, are you ready? Let's get ourselves ready to go then. Are you set? And off we go. They're making their own jokes up here, yeah? Making their own jokes up here. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at this posture from the side. So can you see how Ollie is keeping his back straight? So even though he's tipping forward a little bit, the main movement is the backside going out. Knees aren't coming any further forward than the shoes, and the back is staying straight, so we're not rolling those shoulders out. Exactly the same for the other two guys, for Lee and for Nathan. It's just a difference in that. So Lee has some weight in there as well. Nathan is he's pushing up onto the balls of his feet again within that movement, and a little bit more explosive. Okay, we have 15 seconds left, folks. Come on, you can do this. Keep going, keep going. This is your last station for this circuit, and then we do it all over again. Woohoo! Keep going, keep going, keep going, and that is your minute up. Okay, so have a little march on the spot, have a little breather. Get yourself a drink, keep moving though. We'll just have a little bit of a respite and then we'll go through it all again. Don't forget, if you want to give to the crowdfunder as far as the toilet setup is concerned, then please do. It's still there. You can donate via any of the web pages online. So please feel free to do that for us and let us know. Well, just help us to get that toilet upstairs for us. Can you do that again for me? That would be great. That is still going on. An amazing task at the weekend. 2,359 miles, and they had 2 hours to spare. I was only able to be here for the start of it, and everyone looked, as they were giving their all right from the very start. But from everything I saw throughout the day, they were giving their all throughout the whole of the day as well. An amazing, amazing task. And so proud of them, so proud of them. So keep giving if you can. You will find the link to the crowdfunder on all of our pages, on our page, our website, on Facebook. We've got a YouTube channel now as well. It's on everywhere you could possibly find it. All right, so we're going to go into our second circuit in a moment. So everyone's getting themselves ready. Make sure you're ready for it as well. Have your weights available. Remember, your first one is your squat, rotate, and reach. Okay, so we're into our setting here. We've got our base, our intermediate, and our higher level. Jack's messing about, is he? See me after school, Jack, okay? Right, okay, are you ready? Let's get ourselves set, and off we go. Lovely. So, again, it's that squat and that reach, okay? And you can see here that it's a bit of a slower, controlled movement as far as Nathan's concerned. So the feet are staying down on the floor. When it becomes a bit more active, you have to lift that foot off onto the ball of the foot as you reach, okay? And that's purely because of the way that we're doing it. And it's intended. It's not that it's not controlled at all. With Jack, it's Jack's a bit more controlled. John is a little bit faster, a little bit more explosive is probably the best way to describe it for you, okay? So a little bit more explosive within there. We're reaching tall still. We're taking that weight out to the side. Jack, exactly the same movement, but just to slow down a touch, okay? And again, we still have Nathan who's really controlling that, a nice slow control move. No weight, but adding resistance in himself. You can do that. You don't need a weight. That's your minute. Well done, folks. Moving on. Station number 2 is your seated knee raise, okay? Seated knee raise in there. Let's say a quick hello to Lauren and Zoe as well. There's plenty of room on station 3 if you want to join in. 45 seconds of this one, okay, till we start. So let's have a quick look. I want to show you the posture from the side. So everybody is sat, regardless of whether they're on the chair, proud of it or more proud of it. Back is straight, yeah? Shoulders are back and down. So choose the one you want. Remember, we have Ollie who's doing our baser level or our starting level. It's a knee lift. Lifting and placing the foot down onto the floor again in controlled manner. Lee is just proud of the front of the chair. Feet are a little bit further away, so there's a bit more of a leeway to get that knee lifted. And then Nathan is taking it much further away from the chair. But it's the same move regardless. It's the position that they're sat in the chair. You ready? Let's go. Okay, so here's our full minute of this. Keeping those feet moving, keep breathing. Now, seriously, remember, you don't have to stay in whatever position you choose at the start. So you can move up and down. So if you started with Nathan, for instance, and you needed a bit of a rest, you could bring it in a little bit to Lee, or even bring it onto the chair. Again, remember, as I said before, if you have shorter legs like myself, Ollie is one of those people who's blessed with long legs. If you've got shorter legs, you may need to come further forward on the chair to be able to give yourself that range of motion. Go where is comfortable for yourself, and please make sure, if you're going to try this at home afterwards, you're using a good quality chair, something that is going to stay in position, all right? So it needs to take your weight as you're on the front of it. Remember that you're putting that weight onto the front, okay? So a good quality chair. Excellent, we're doing a great job here, folks. We have 2 seconds left. Are you ready to finish? Good, let's go. Okay, moving on, station number 3. This is our punch outs, okay? So with our punch outs, we have Jack in base position. Jack is going to take the weight out in front. Not the weight out, his own weight, his body weight, the imaginary 40 kilogram weights that he's holding there. You're on 40 kilogram weights? 42. You sure that's kilograms and not grams? There you go. So there's a slight twist, bit of a march still going on there, a bit more energetic. And then we have Ollie, who is going for it. Notice the difference as far as the split stance is concerned. That's the important thing as far as it's concerned. But all of them are keeping their feet moving the whole time as well. Are you ready, folks? Okay. Let's do this and let's go. So feet stay in movement. Oh, went high pitched again then, didn't I? Feet stay in movement. I'm going to come sideways on so you could just see the posture. Look, so shoulders are back, standing tall. Yeah? Don't lose that posture. Try and focus on it. So you want to lift your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together, bring them in towards each other in the center. That is what we're looking for, regardless of what pace you're going at. If you're going with Ollie here, it's a little bit faster, but it's still controlled and posture is strong. As far as John is concerned, still strong, still posture held. The weights are around about shoulder height if you can manage it. If you need to bring them down a little bit lower, then you could, but ideally you want them at this weight. It's probably going to be easier for you at that height rather than coming down lower as well. Changes the movement as the shoulder is concerned. All right? Feet moving the whole time, and you've got 10 seconds left. That's all you've got. Come on, Ollie, you can do this. Okay? Feet moving the whole time. Keep breathing. Grab yourself a drink if you need one after you finish, and that is your minute. Okay, we're moving on. Station number 4 is your rotations. Okay, so we have our base level, which is Lee, our starting point, that twist through the waist, looking over his shoulders if you say, oh, who's following me? Putting his seatbelt on, that sort of movement, yeah? Okay, Nathan is our intermediate. Sorry, just have to take a breath then. And here we've got that rotation with the weight. The weight is held away about chest height. And then Jack... Sorry, John was just behind me there, and I didn't expect him to be there as I turned around, frightened the life out of me. Frightened the life out of me. Okay, you ready to go then? So let's do this. So, try and keep the neck in line with the spine. So we're not just turning the head, we're turning the whole of the trunk. So imagine everything from your hips up is moving, okay? Try and keep the hips from moving as much. So you really focus into your trunk, but they are moving a little bit on this one, yeah? It's not a trunk rotation, it's a rotation through the whole of the body, really. If you're going with Jack, you're in a split stance, so your 30 seconds is now if you want to change. Remember to go for that. It's my pleasure, Jack. It's my pleasure. Keeping moving, keep breathing. Feet flat on the floor here, so you'll notice that there's no foot movement with this one, and there's a reason for that. We're changing our center of gravity, we're moving, so we want to keep those feet still and focused and steady, so we stay strong and we stay stable. We're strong and stable, yeah. Okay, that is your minute. Moving on to our next one, this is your side lunges. So again, a weight if you want to use it. And we've got our 3 options for you. So John is our starting point. And again, just look at the foot with all of them, okay? With John and with Ollie, who's our intermediate, the toes come down first, and then it's the ball, and then the heel of the foot. So we go toes, balls, heels, okay? Whereas with Lee, we go heel, ball, toes. So the heel goes down first because the foot is coming slightly forward. All right? Weight for the higher level and the intermediate level. No weight, just using body resistance as far as the base level is concerned. Are you ready to go for your minute? Let's do this. Off we go. So we're bringing those arms up in front, no higher than about shoulder height. Toe coming down first, rolling through to the heel for the first two. And the difference between the starting point and the intermediate point is that there's some weight added in there. Posture is still strong for everybody. And then we take it to the higher level with Lee. And the difference here is that the lunge is slightly diagonal to the front. So the heel comes down first and it goes through to the toes. It's a bit of a wider position as well. It may not look wider because Ollie has long legs. He's one of those people who has long legs. But if you actually have a look at it, it's a bigger stride as well, yeah? So first looking at it, it may not look like it is, but it is. Okay, same with John. John and Ollie, again, striding out, it's about the same distance, but it's a lot bigger for Lee. Okay, that is your minute up. We're moving on to our rest point. Get yourself a drink if you want one. This is our upright row. Remember that, our upright row. Again, you have three options. We have some weight in there if you want it. This is our upright row. Our starting point with Nathan is still lifting up onto those toes. And I just want you to focus in on these feet for me a second, okay? So have a look. Don't listen to the crack. I want you to have a look at the crease in his shoes, okay? So the crease is just behind his toes. Jack, can you take your ankles out to the side a little bit? There you go. Can you see the difference? No, exactly as you just did then. So lift up and go out onto the side of your feet slightly. So can you see Jack's got a diagonal crease across his shoes? You don't want that. You want to come straight up, straight down, okay? Jack has a weight in front of him. I still bring it up to chest height. And then we have John, who's doing exactly the same. But he's holding it. Now we won't have a look. We've had a look at Jack and we've had a look at Nathan's feet. We won't have a look at John's, mainly because I don't want to get that close to tell you the truth. Okay, are you ready then? So a minute of this to go. So off we go. So again, Nathan's just using his own body weight, his own resistance to put in there. Okay, we have a weight there. I can see you in the mirror, by the way. We have a weight here that's coming up into chest height. We'll go check out the colour of Lee's face in a minute. And then we have a hold at the top here. Okay, so Johnny's lifting and holding at the top. Anything up to about 5 seconds. Don't take it much further past that. You've got 30 seconds left to go. Control this movement. I'll try and stop laughing in a minute. Control the movement. Stay upright. Pull it up towards your chest. You have 15 seconds left of this to go. Now try and really focus on that foot placement. The reason that I focused onto the feet for you folks, in all seriousness, is that we want the crease to be just behind your toes. So you're coming up onto the ball of the foot and your toes. We don't want to come up, that is your minute by the way, we don't want to come up onto the side of our feet. Okay, as promised, there's Lee's face for you, look. That's how red it is. We don't want you to come up onto the side of the feet because then that puts a lot of pressure onto our ankle and we don't want that, okay? The focus is through the balls of the feet. Okay, are you ready to have a look at this then? So our starting point is Ollie with a squat and a lift above the head. No weight in there at all, just using body resistance. So resist against it still, okay? Intermediate is Lee. And there we've got a weight added in, exactly the same, still staying strong, still lifting. And then we have Nathan, and we're just focusing down here. Can you see the difference? There's a lift onto the balls of the feet again. So the same weight, a little bit faster, still control, but a lift up onto the toes. Okay, so choose which one you're going to do. Choose whether you're going to use a weight or not. Remember, you can come up and down through them as you go. Get yourself ready, and let's do this. Okay, so focus on that squat for me. So in your squat, it's as if you're going to sit down into a chair. Push the backside out. Don't let the knees come any further forward than the shoes. and then rise back up, okay? Try and keep your chest lifted, so don't bring the chest down too much. You are gonna see the chest coming down a little bit on this one because of the fact we're taking the ball down towards the floor and reaching up. So you've got to see some movement within there, but we don't want a huge amount. All right, so what we're not doing is just tipping from the hips to put the ball down onto the floor. There's a definite knee bend in there. And again, with Nathan, that reach towards the ceiling, coming up onto the balls of the feet and the toes. Again, not letting the feet come out onto the side, so we keep the pressure off the ankle joints. We don't want to do that. This is a balance point for you, and we don't want to put that pressure onto the outside of our foot, okay? Again, standing tall, staying strong. Looking like men mountains here, look, aren't they? There we go. We have last 15 seconds to go. You can do this. Come on, you can do this. Excellent. Everyone else at home, you can stop. But oh God, you can stop. But I'm going to make these do another 15 seconds. No, we're done. We're done. There you are. Have a walk around. Well done. Great job, everybody. And I don't know what it is about this station. I always end up dropping Ollie's phone. I'll have to get one of those things that goes around your neck for your glasses, won't I? Like the old person that I am. Okay, so there you are. That is your circuit for today. Great job, everybody. Well done. Have a walk around, have a march, have a drink, cool yourself down. You need to cool down for at least 5 minutes. So have a walk around, have a march on the spot, go and grab yourself a drink of water, keep yourself hydrated. That's our circuit for this week. We'll be back next Tuesday at 11 o'clock, and we'll be back tomorrow at 6:15 as well. John was looking at me then as if I was going to forget. I'm going to forget, you know. There's a plan for all of this. You know, we'll deal with this one first, then we'll move on to tomorrow. So yeah, in all seriousness, we will be back next Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock with a new circuit for you, and then we'll be back at 6:15 tomorrow for an evening circuit. So if you get the chance to join us for our evening circuit, please do. No real big difference between them. It's just, you know, people are back at work, so it gives those that are back at work an option to join in as well. We'll say goodbye to everybody as they come past. So first of all, you got Nathan. Say goodbye, Nathan. There you go. Lovely job. Here comes Ollie, is our next up. Cheers, Ollie. There's John. You see how cool that was? Yeah. See ya. There's Lee, the inimitable Lee, and Jack. Have a great week, everybody, and we will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.